One of Silicon Valley's most valuable private enterprises is Ripple. It may also be the most controversial, though that depends on who you ask. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO, is the one who knows this the best. He and other firm executives are continually outlining the company's relationship with the cryptocurrency XRP and its band of enthusiastic supporters as Ripple works to undermine a multi-trillion-dollar cross-border payments sector. Welcome back to another interesting episode. Do make sure to like, share, and comment below, as it also encourages us to produce more valuable content for you all. If you have a specific topic you'd like to learn, please leave us a comment below and we'll work on it for you. The main purpose of Ripple is to enable customers to make cross-border payments, while trying to break into a legacy software and network market that hasn't evolved much in 45 years. Ripple claims that it signed up an average of 2 new customers per week last year, even though the price of XRP fell 90% from its peak a year ago. There has been a 350% surge in clients sending live payments after Ripple announced it had reached the 200 customer milestone. More than 50 nations plus presently have it in operation. However, it still has a long way to go before having much of an impact on the world's largest bank's dominance of global payments. Banks founded the Society of Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications, or SWIFT, in Belgium in 1973, a new means of exchanging information about international payments. Today, more than 10,000 member institutions use SWIFT as their primary network. It may need several days to transfer money between nations, particularly if correspondent banks act as a middleman. Similar to the blockchain, the distributed ledger technology that powers Bitcoin and is being tried by businesses like Amazon and JP Morgan, Ripple promises to reduce the process to a matter of seconds. Ripple's network leverages cutting-edge cryptography to ensure that transactions are safe, much like public blockchains do. However, there is no shared ledger available to all participants in the system. Contrary to Bitcoin transactions, it is not entirely anonymous and can only be seen by those with access to the network. Gaining even a little portion of SWIFT's business may be a big success. According to a McKinsey analysis published in October, global payments grew to $1.9 trillion in 2017 and reached $2 trillion by 2020. Mobile technologies, according to Philip Bruno, a partner at McKinsey and co-leader of its global payments group, have increased expectations for how rapidly money can be transmitted from one location to another. Banks won't give up their hegemony in international payments so quickly. HSBC is one of the partner banks testing SWIFT's version and the blockchain for payments as part of SWIFT's global payment effort, but not Ripple's, as far as we are aware. Global banks have a significant competitive edge when it comes to cross-border payments since they have branches and banking links all over the world, according to the bank's head of innovation, Jeremy Balkin, who spoke to CNBC. According to Ripple's Garlinghouse, international banks like Citi make an automatic $8 billion on cross-border payments. Citi has the greatest stake in maintaining the existing quo. Hence, I believe it will be the last customer we ever have. The most popular product from Ripple is called xCurrent, which is a software that enables Ripple to settle payments while utilizing a bank's current infrastructure quickly. They still need to employ a correspondent bank in this situation. However, Ripple's software transmits the message rather than only using SWIFT. Before the transaction is completed, it calculates the correspondent bank costs, beneficiary bank fees, and overall cost to the consumer. As a result, financial institutions are able to pre-validate payments in real time while also assisting them in adhering to Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering legislation. There's a product called XVIA for consumers who just wish to transfer payments, not receive them. According to McKinsey, roughly half of Ripple's customers are in the Asia-Pacific area, which is where much of the growth opportunity in payments is expected to come from. According to Colin Din, the chief technology officer at Siam Commercial Bank, one of Thailand's largest banks, newer banks is the ideal test subjects for technologies like Ripple's since they lack outdated infrastructure. Din claimed that he was attempting to do away with some of the complexity and middlemen required for foreign settlements in locations like Singapore, Vietnam, and Cambodia. So in 2017, they started testing xCurrent. Siam handles a lot of modest transactions, remittances, and other types of payments that people might send to their families back home. For the majority of American banks which prioritize payments to international suppliers, it is not a sizable business. However, Din noted that in the instance of Siam, these modest payments, which are frequently $100, are now being transferred in a matter of minutes and at a cheaper cost. According to Garlinghouse, it employs cryptocurrencies as a bridge between other currencies. For instance, a bank might need to handle transaction from dollars to pesos in Mexico. Most frequently, pre-funded local currency accounts are needed for this process. But according to Ripple, the procedure can be completed in a matter of milliseconds by turning US dollars into XRP tokens on an exchange and then back into pesos at the other end. Cryptocurrency's volatility, which has been known to soar and plummet by 15% in a single day, is a possible catch. However, Garlinghouse noted that foreign currencies might sometimes be unstable, particularly if transactions take a few days. SWIFT transactions typically take 3 days, but what we're actually seeing is 3 business days. While markets are closed over the weekend, you're taking a chance on fiat volatility, according to Garlinghouse. One of the first companies to sign up with XRP to transfer funds for charitable donations between the UK and Mexico was London-based foreign exchange business Mercury FX. Alastair Constance, founder and director of Mercury FX, told CNBC that being able to track these transactions and know where they are making a difference. Constance admitted that more activity on the network was still necessary for this to succeed. Ripple claimed that cryptocurrency technology is also proven to be less expensive in tests with XRP using businesses. Ripple asserts that financial institutions using XRP saved 40 to 70% compared to what they typically paid foreign exchange brokers for payments made between the United States and Mexico. The management team at Ripple XRP is once more exhibiting heightened optimism, according to project manager Asheesh Birla. The RippleNet network might gradually replace SWIFT as soon as 5 years from now. Step by step, Ripple, or XRP, is transitioning into attack mode. Plans for the future are being laid out in part because advantages in the massive trial against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) are becoming more apparent. In an interview, Asheesh Birla, who is in charge of RippleNet, offered the instructions. The primary method for international remittances, SWIFT, is exhibiting serious flaws in the digital era, according to Birla. Meanwhile, he claimed that RippleNet's goals to go beyond simply replacing SWIFT. Birla likens the use of SWIFT to sending a fax, where only one communication can be sent at a time. In contrast, he claims that with RippleNet, monies are actually delivered in addition to the message of a wire transfer, and that a built-in mechanism is also there to allow transactions to be completed in real time without interruption. Customers like banks and financial service providers can utilize RippleNet to handle international transactions rapidly and affordably. If requested, XRP can be used as a bridge currency. With this, Ripple has been working for years to create a cutting-edge SWIFT substitute, since the analog system would eventually become obsolete. Birla now predicts that SWIFT will lose a sizable portion of its market share within the next 5 years. In this case, RippleNet is the obvious choice, according to Birla. The important department head also addressed Ripple's legal dispute with the SEC about XRP. He claimed that despite a de facto prohibition in the US, Ripple has shown its resiliency in this situation and has managed to post record results abroad. Birla praised the judge in New York for her efforts and the way she handled the case. He stated we may now anticipate a decision early in 2023, which is welcome news in and of itself. Recently, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse even renewed stock exchange aspirations for the period following the experiment. Asheesh Birla and other Ripple executives typically express some relief in interviews when the conversation shifts away from the SEC trial and focuses on overall company performance. In this case, Ripple has provided quarterly data and sees growth, particularly for RippleNet. It may be questioned, though, if this will actually result in widespread SWIFT competition in the medium term. Being a global organization controlled by banks, SWIFT has more than just its reputation to uphold. However, RippleNet shouldn't be dismissed because it has already shown its worth and provides benefits like real-time and inexpensive prices. One of the primary objectives of Ripple and XRP in 2023 should be to be able to demonstrate this once more in the US. The content in this video is for educational purposes only and hence should not be considered financial advice. All the financial decisions should be made after doing your wide-spectrum research. If you found this info helpful, please give a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this, as it also encourages us to produce more valuable content for you all. If you have a specific topic you'd like to learn, please leave us a comment below and we'll work on it for you. Until then.